Greetings. My name is Scott, and this is a pitch for a seminar being offered this fall. PowerPoint slides. The seminar is BU 461Z, and it is Ethics in Leadership and Strategic Decision-Making. I think the books say Management or Managerial and Strategic Decision-Making, but I believe Leadership is maybe more correct. I have been teaching at the Lazaridi School of Business for, 10 years. I've been teaching 491. Before that, I was at the Telfer School of Management at the University of Ottawa teaching 491 for 7 or 8 years. And before that, a couple of years teaching in California. I am getting a little burnt out teaching 491. I hope to see you in that course someday. But we've been talking about having an additional ethics course offered, my colleagues and I, and they've allowed it to go forward. And so I'm given a chance, a kick at the can for this course. It'll be offered this fall, Tuesday nights, remotely. Individual ethics is important, and corporate ethics as well. But this seminar is from the vantage point of you, a leader, a manager at a corporation, an entity, facing choices and decisions that have possibly pretty good impact. And the idea is that you'd like to arrive at the right choices, the best choices, and certainly avoid poor choices or those that are going to have some sort of detrimental impact on people, things, and yourself. I do believe we can learn a lot from history. We also need to face the present, which is equity, diversity, inclusion, BIPOC. All these are terribly important, terribly worthwhile. And I'm hoping we can discuss these in a safe, friendly environment, your opinions, your ideas. And we also need to look toward the future. What are the next big social impacts and things that we need to be aware of as we navigate? Course will include readings, cases, and quite a bit of discussion. There will be group activity, yes, discussions and exercises. And perhaps welcome by many of you, the course will be individual components. So that's you, class participation, you writing assignments, and yes, a few quizzes and maybe even a test. A quote I came across recently, which I'm still trying to decipher, is that every snowflake in an avalanche pleads that it is not guilty, not responsible. It's not its fault. This is maybe not a legal defense, but the snowflake wasn't alone. That's true. Much of what you do in the world will not be alone, but you will be held accountable for what you do and do not do. I've been held accountable for what I've done and not done. Canada Goose Down, you're familiar with those folks. There's this piece of animal fur off a real dead animal around the hood of these lovely parkas. Some of us eat dead animals, so who am I to say or judge? There's at least a couple thoughts on that fur and where it comes from, but more recently I've learned that the down, the feathers inside these lovely warm jackets come from or extracted from cute baby geese while they are alive. There's a multinational pharmaceutical company called Hespira. It produced sodium thiopental, if I'm saying that correctly. It's on the World Health Organization's list of essential drugs. It is used as a general anesthetic on people as well as animals. And it's also used in lethal injection. Oh no. So we can perhaps, if it doesn't offend, spend some time on that one. There's a finance graduate of the Lazaridi School of Business who's now pursuing further education. He and I wrote up this case some time ago, not too long ago. Recently, a couple months ago this summer, the chair and CEO of General Motors, that's Mary Barra, was being accused of all sorts of things by the media in Detroit and Black-owned newspapers elsewhere. So General Motors Chief Marketing Officer, Deborah Wall, stepped forward saying she'd meet with the angry mob. We can spend a few minutes on this. General Motors is the only automaker and one of the largest corporations to have a board composition that is more female than male. So can a company do some things right and some things wrong? General Motors in 1971 was the first Fortune 500 board to appoint an African American. I'm gonna see if I can get his name here in my speaker notes. No, we'll have to get that another time. So the seminar is BU 461Z. This fall, Tuesday nights, I am Scott Ensign at penson@wlu.ca for any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts about this course. Would love to see you register for this course with a handful of others, and we should have some fun this fall. The name of the person who was appointed to General Motors board was the Reverend Leon Sullivan in 1971. So he was their first African-American appointed to a board of a Fortune 500 company. So a pretty good milestone. Thanks so much.